Hello, it's Foon from hustlecastle.site. It is February 2023 and we are in the middle of the Icy Treasure Hunt, aka Hammer event. And the donkey just came by. There's nothing too exceptional about this donkey, but every time he shows his face, it does make people nervous about missing out on something. So I wanted to make a quick video. So let's look at this top part. Lots of people, when they say quote unquote the donkey, they're just talking about this top part here. Since this is the interesting part in the sense that this is the part that changes. This donkey has event items from the Valhalla Monopoly that was in February 2022, exactly 1 year ago, plus a new artifact, as per usual. Remember to look at the chest closely like this to see how many unique items you are missing from the chest. The late drop item from this event was the book, which doesn't show on this top screen. So you might think that you're only missing the new artifact, but then you buy 12 chests and get the book and need to buy 10 more if you want the artifact. Or, roughly those numbers, we don't know exactly. You can see I'm missing the orb. I remember this very well. This was the first of 2 event items I've ever broken too late and didn't get back. I remember this one very well because I was genuinely disappointed, and I've been much more conservative about breaking event items ever since. After all, in the end, gem slots are really not that important. But anyway, so I would not try for any of the Valhalla event items. I would never try for old event items here in the donkey store. Wait a few months and his girlfriend the dragon will have these for a much more reasonable price. Especially at this point, there's so much top gear in the dragon's inventory. You don't need anything that the donkey is selling so badly that it would ever be worth it. So now this shiny new artifact. These are what get us, right? The fear of missing out on the next top artifact. So now you, watching now, you're one of 2, I guess actually 3 stages of the game. First, you might still not be Throne Room 11, and if you're not TR 11 and you plan to be someday, then you really don't want to spend here, just enjoy the game. Second, if you're TR 11 and feeling pretty good and enjoying picking up top items and seeing the improvement in your squad, then I still think this is not for you. Your diamonds will go so much further if you spend them in the dragon shop instead. And finally, third, you're an endgame player with everything worth having from the dragon and then some. The donkey and the dragon's new inventory isn't new to you anymore because you've played those events when they happened. Playing, you get matched with players who seem to have limitless budgets, so you keep grinding and trying to keep up with them. Also, maybe you're just seeking the thrill of an item that makes a noticeable improvement in your squad, which is really such a rush and hard to get at this point when you basically have everything. So, for you category 3 folks, sometimes the new donkey artifact can be worth going for. Sometimes. And only with your eyes open that you know you'll probably regret it, but you're going to do it anyway. For this donkey though, I am going to publicly place my bet that this one is skippable for everyone. Actually, I should read the thing. Lightning in a box. Triggers once in a while. Lightning field. A storm strikes, and random units are hit with lightning bolts every half second. If a lightning bolt hits an alley, they are granted a shield that absorbs 100,000 of any damage, and they have a cooldown time of a random item equipped, reduced by 1 second. If a lightning bolt hits an enemy, they take 120,000 magic damage and have the cooldown time of their weapon ability increased by 1 for 5 seconds. So increased by 1 second for 5 seconds, I think. Up to 3 effects. Now, up to 3 effects, I think applies to the lightning bolt hitting an enemy, but there is some ambiguity in this description. So the lightning storm is going on and hitting people every half second. It could be the 3 effects means 3 lightning attacks, but I don't think so. I don't know how long this lightning storm lasts, and that's going to make a huge difference. But it does sound interesting. I will admit the effect sounds interesting. That's a lot of damage happening at half-second intervals, and also cooldown time changes is really great. So if this storm is lasting for a long time, this could be powerful. But again, we don't know, and I believe that's omitted by error, but we don't know right now. So I'm going to skip it, and this is why. I can pretty much guarantee the future of this artifact will go one of 2 ways. The first possible future is it just fades into obscurity. The second possible future is this is in fact one of the 5 best artifacts ever released in the game. That's the bar. It's crowded at the top. There are a lot of good artifacts. For this one to be worth this price, it has to be right there with the very best. And in that case, it will still take months for everyone to even realize that. You've all seen this. It takes a long time for everyone to realize that something is good. Then there will be a few more months where those of us who didn't buy it see it on others and feel sad we don't have it. Yeah, just like happened with the magnet. One thing I think we can count on is that I don't think too many people will buy this one, because I think a lot of people spent more than they probably wanted to on last month's 3-color chest donkey. So while we're in that sad phase, hopefully we're not seeing it all over the place. And then it'll be offered for $25 US in a special offer. $25 is still a lot for a single item, especially an artifact. But if you have the money and you've been lusting after it for months, at that point, it's much more justifiable. To spend maybe $50 or more now when it might not be any good, that's hard to justify even if you do have the money in your free spending fun budget. All right. Now, the rest of this inventory. I did a walkthrough in my last donkey video, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to link to that video in the end screen. But I do want to clarify one thing that I don't think was clear in that video. In that video, I bought these Dark Cathedral multipliers because I normally buy them from the Dark Cathedral store, and here they cost less. The point I was making wasn't to go buy DC multipliers. The point I was trying to make was, if it's something you buy anyway, it might be for sale here for less. And then obviously you should buy it here instead. For me, I've been buying these anyway, so now I buy them here instead. Maybe you like to buy Ascension chests for your Titans. If that's you, then buy them here for less. I'm not going to say that X, Y, and Z are all a good deal and you should go buy them. If it's something you don't need, that's never a good deal. Just look at the stuff that you normally buy anyway, if you do buy anything anyway. And if it's for sale here, then get it here. For example, I know someone who has just completely boycotted buying event passes. For me, I do buy event passes, and that gets me enough premium and goblin to just sort of last me between events too. But if you stop buying event passes, you might run out of premium and goblin. And that can be kind of miserable playing the game, without speeding up your battles. So if you buy premium or goblin, then definitely here is a much better place to buy it. Okay, hopefully that is clear now. And it is hammer time for me. I'm putting that other donkey video on the screen now. I got great comments on that one about how watching me pour away all my diamonds helped them not to do it. So if you're feeling tempted and need help finding restraint, then maybe it's a good video to watch. And what I said before about the bar being high and these things really, really have to be amazing to be worth this price is true from last month's donkey too. I'm using that armor that I got last month, but it's not a game changer, not at all. The bar is just really high. All right, ciao.